Yeah, hello everyone. So welcome back to G Jaima Institute of Excellence. So today I'm going to explain the chemical bonding class 11th chapter chemistry. So types of bond. This is the subtopic in the chemical bonding types of bonds in the part 5 beta. Okay. So in the previous part, that means that part 4, we learn about the covalent bond. Okay. What is that? So this one. So we learn covalent bond like Fazan's rules, I think, isn't it? So Fazan's rule, like that, we learn the three rules. So there's a charge of cation and size of anion and that octet electronic configuration, and that we practice the few examples also in the previous part. So and we learn this one also, like that about that sigma bond and that pi bond, and that their stability we learn, and that reactivity. Okay, and which one is the strong, which one is the less strong, is that weak, and which one is the stores that free rotation and which is not possible for the free rotation, and that each and that every point just we learn in our previous part. So now let's come to the next part, means that part 5. So now in this part we are going to learn about that's covalent bond only. So depending upon this, that now we are going to learn about this, that suppose if any molecule is given, let us suppose if any molecule is given, so from that molecule first we need to find out that number of the sigma bonds, number of pi bonds, and lone pair electrons. Okay, see better. So here one single bond, double bond, and triple bond is there. Okay, let us say one single bond. Single bond molecule means it belongs to what? sp3 hybridized molecules. It contains that single bond. And double bond, sp2 hybridized molecules is contains that double bond. And triple bond. Triple bond in the sense means what? Contains sp hybridized molecule. We know this in our that previous part we are already learned, isn't it now? So in sp3 hybridized molecule, now here we need to know the number of sigma bonds and the number of pi bonds. Okay, beta. So if any molecule is there, suppose if that molecule is contains only that single bond, that means it contains one sigma bond and zero number of the pi bonds. If in double bond, yeah, that means in sp2 hybridized molecule, like that, if any double bond molecule is there, means one double bond contains one sigma bond as well as that one pi bond. And in sp hybridized molecule of the triple bond, it contains one sigma bond and two pi bonds. Okay, so this is the very basic theme. Now see, so here I'm going to give the one example. So look at the properly better. See this example. Yeah. In this example, just he's asking to find out the number of sigma bonds, pi bonds, as well as that LPE means that lone pair electrons in enolic form of acetone. Okay. What is that? Enolic form of acetone. First, I would like to explain what is the enolic form of that acetone. Okay. First, acetone formula. Let us write. First, let us write the acetone formula. Okay. Acetone. So here suffix is on beta. What is the suffix? According to that IUPAC nomenclature, we are already learned in our that lower sections, I think. So on. On the suffix is belongs to ketone. On the suffix is belongs to what? Ketone. And the ketone just we refer as C double bond O. Ketone ki just we referred it as what? C double bond O. Then so acetone. So generally the general formula for acetone is R. Okay, that means that alkyl group, and must and should be contains that ketone, C double bond O, and R. Okay. Okay, so this is the general formula. So here acetone ki instead of that alkyl group, here R place low in the place of that R, I'm going to keep it as that CH3 beta. Here this one is also I'm going to keep it as what? CH3 means methyl group. So then how can we write the formula of acetone? See, here I am writing CH3, okay, and ketone group C double bond O and CH3. So this is the structure of what? Acetone. This is the structure of what? Acetone, CH3CO CS3. So according to this structure, now easily we can get it as the number of sigma bonds. So how many number of sigma bonds beta? How many are they? See, between the carbon and hydrogen, this is one sigma bond 1, this is one sigma bond 2, this is one sigma bond 3, and between these is CS3 4, 5, 6, okay, and between this carbon and carbon is also can say as that another sigma bond, and this one is also one sigma bond, and out of this that a double bond like this, out of this the double bond is better one sigma bond and one pi bond is there. See, one sigma bond and one pi bond is there. So here it is also is contains that one sigma bond. Now tell me, just guess it, how many number of that complete sigma bonds are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So how many number of the sigma bonds are there? 9 sigma bonds are there. And how many number of pi bonds beta? So here we are having one double bond. So just a moment, here I would like to write it properly, just where you can see it clearly. Okay, so we know that this one is that sigma bond, okay, and this one is a pi bond. So how many number of the pi bonds are there? One pi bond. But here in this question he's asking to find out about what? Lone pair of electrons also. Lone pair of electrons. So first here we need to find out that enolic form. So what does it mean of that enolic? What does it form? What does it mean of that enol? Okay, enol form. And for enol form ki opposite, here we need to know that one another form, that is nothing but that keto form. So keto form in the sense means most time should it contains that C double bond O, keto, okay, and enol, en the suffix is given from that double bonded molecule, isn't it now? That means it belongs to alkene group, isn't it now? Alkene. See, but here in that suffix here we are getting that en, e and e. So that means en, and ol is there, isn't it now? See here ol, and here en, and ol, enol form. So en stands for what? En stands for what? This one, double bonded should be present, and it belongs to that alkene, we know that, okay. And all the functional group is belongs to what? All the functional group is belongs to OH group, means alcohol. Alcohol lo suffix ఏ ఉంటుంది beta OL. So in this molecule means it is the acetone is there now, like CH3CO CS3. Now this structure we need to convert into that enol form. Where is that? This compound CH3CO CS3 is directly, this belongs to like keto form. See, because here showing as that C double bond O, isn't it now? Showing as C double bond O. So now this is the keto form we need to convert into enol form. See, come to the right hand side. Here I'm going to show CH3 C double bond O and CH3. So for your easy process, just I'm going to write like this. Okay, so always that protons means that electrons is going to be transferred from that low electropositive, means that low En to high En. So here comparing to hydrogen and the carbon, oxygen is that most electronegative, we know that is the -2, isn't it? So that's why this hydrogen, whenever hydrogen means what? This pair of electrons, this bond, okay, is going to, if it is that attack on that oxygen, then That CO group means this oxygen next is becomes as what? OH. See, how am I writing? CH3, C, okay, then oxygen O and H. Now, what happens? Instead of the double bond, here it becomes as that single bond. Instead this attacking the spaces, then the double bond is converted to single. Suppose if here a triple bond is there, then triple bond is converted to double bond. Your double bond is there, so that's why it is converted to single bond. So here we give only the single bond, and between the carbon and carbon, so here this hydrogen is already attack on about that oxygen, na? So it contains only the two hydrogens. Then what about that valency of this carbon beta? Because that these pair of electrons is already transferred to this oxygen, so that's why here between this carbon and carbon we need to write the double bond. Here the double bond is attained. So please don't write the double bond between the carbon and hydrogen beta, because that hydrogen is not balanced with the double bond. Also, always it contains only the single bond. Okay. So see, according to this in and all, so here we got that OH group, isn't it now? OH group means all, and here between the carbon and carbon double bond is there. That means in. So on combining this the in and all, then we got this belongs to what type of that form? Enol form. Understood? So from this that enol form, so let us try to draw the clearly this structure once again. See beta, CH3, C, single bond O, H, and here it comes as the double bond C, carbon and two hydrogens. Okay. Now let us check each and that every atom is going to be balanced by is that octet electrons or not. So then only it will be that stable, isn't it now? See this carbon. Okay, I will just a moment. I will try to draw a little bit that larger. Then you can understood well. Okay. Yes, better. Let's back once again. So this is the structure clearly. I think you understood. See CH3. Okay. COH double bond CH2, the same structure. For your that easy conversion, just I written like this. Okay. Now, okay, now so let's come back. So here, what is that? So before going to find out the number of the sigma bonds and the pi bonds, where we are already know what is that? How many number of the sigma bonds are there? See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Isn't it now? So it contains that 9 sigma bonds. How many pi bonds? See beta. Out of that double bond, 1 sigma bond and that 1 pi bond is there. Now we need to find out number of lone pair electrons. So how can we find out the lone pair electrons? So to find out the lone pair electrons, first we need to check each and that every atom is going to be surrounded by that 8 electrons or not. 8 electrons in the sense means that octet electrons, isn't it now? So then only it will be that stable, isn't it now? So first check it once better properly. See this one. Let us check this carbon. Okay, this carbon is going to be surrounding with the 8 electrons or not. We need to check. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So this carbon is going to be accommodated with that 8 electrons. So that means that this valency is okay. Now let's come to this carbon. So this carbon is going to be surrounding with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. So this carbon is also, yes, this carbon is also accommodating 8 electrons, and this carbon is also accommodating 8 electrons. Then what about this carbon beta? Okay, let us check. This carbon means is going to be, this carbon is going to be attaching with the this carbon as well as the this carbon. So we need to count the total number of the carbons accommodating that, sorry, electron. So count this carbon beta 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Yes. So this carbon is also, yes, is also connecting with, accommodating with the 8 electrons. So what about this oxygen? What about this oxygen? Chalo beta. So this oxygen is going to connecting with here the carbon as well as that hydrogen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 electrons are there. So that means that it is not having that 8 electrons. So that's why it is not that stable oxygen. So that's why this oxygen to become that 8 electrons, already this is going to be surrounded with that 4 electrons. This is very silly basic beta, but even though just I'm going to explain that once again. Okay, so this oxygen is already accommodating with the 4 electrons. So to get the stable, it requires that more 4 electrons. So that means that here this oxygen atom now contains how many lone pair electrons? There's the 2 lone pairs. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, now this oxygen atom is going to be accommodating with that how many number of that electrons to get the stable. So that means that to get the stable maximum must and should it requires 8 electrons, isn't it? Now let us count better now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it. So here the enolic form of that acetone. So this is the structure of what? En. Okay, this is the structure of what? Double bond is there now, beta, isn't it now? Double bond is there now. So that means that en, okay, and OH group is there. That means that alcohol. So that means it is belongs to ol. So an addition of that ol to en, always that end letter means that the suffix of that letter can be that eliminated, deleted. So simply we can say en plus ol. Enol form of what? Acetone. Okay, acetone, enol form. What is the keto form? This one. The first structure is that keto form. That's it. So now please arrange how many number of lone pair of electrons? 2 lone pair of electrons. That's it. Very simple, easy. Okay. Now let's go to the next example. See, beta. So here we got that same. Okay. Next. Second example, here he is given the tetracyanide dicarbonate. Okay, C2CN taken 4. Let us get the example for that one. Okay. Oh, sorry. So what is the next example? What is the next example? Is given as that C2 and cyanide. How many cyanide ions are given? 4. Taken 4. Okay. First, let us draw the structure of this compound. Based on this, now we need to find out that number of sigma bonds, pi bonds, as well as that lone pair. Okay. First, 2 carbons are there. First, 2 carbons are there. Okay. And how many cyanides are there? 4 cyanides. So that means that each carbon must and should surrounded by 2 cyanides. 1, 2. And between the carbon and nitrogen, what type of that bonds are present? Single bond, double bond, or the triple bond? Always we need to know that the carbon valence is 4. So that means this carbon is already having that 1 bond. So here we need to write more the 3 bonds. Then this carbon valence is satisfied. Nitrogen, yes, nitrogen bond order. We are already learnt in the previous part in the MOED. Nitrogen bond order is that 3. And here cyanide. So here carbon, triple bond, and N, nitrogen. One more, carbon, triple bond, and nitrogen. And between the carbon and carbon, what type of that bond should be present? See beta. What is that? Here, this carbon, that first carbon is going to be accommodating with that how many bonds? 2 bonds. So it requires more 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So this carbon is also going to be surrounding with that 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, now it is balanced. So from this structure, first we need to find out the number of sigma bonds. Okay. Chalo beta. How many number of sigma bonds are there? Just we need to count the single bonds only. See, here the triple bond is there. Out of triple bonds, how many number of the sigma bonds are there? 1 sigma bond and the 2 pi bonds. We know that, isn't it now? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Next 6, 7, 8, 9. So completely 9 sigma bonds are there. And how many pi bonds are there, beta? Yes. Out of triple bond, 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds are there. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8. Plus here it is also 1, 9. So 9 pi bonds are there. But here we need to find out the lone pair electrons. Chalo beta, how can we find out the lone pair of electrons? Okay, how? According to the previous examples of each and that every atom must and should be accommodated with that 8 electrons. That means that octet electrons. So then only it's shown the stable, isn't it now? So chalo beta, find out. So this carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, first carbon is accommodating that 8 electrons. What about that second carbon? Second carbon is also contains that same 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these two carbons are satisfied with that valence. It is that 4. Okay, next. What about this one, beta? What about this one, this carbon? So this carbon is already accommodating with the 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, this carbon. Then obviously all the carbon atoms is also satisfied by accommodating 8 electrons, isn't it now? Then let's find out about that nitrogen. So nitrogen is going to accommodating with only carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how many electrons are there beta here? How many electrons are there? Only 6 electrons. How many are they? 6 electrons. Here how many are they? 6 electrons. And here it is also how many are they? 6 electrons. So that means each nitrogen atom to get the stable must and should it requires that 8 electrons, but whereas that nitrogen here it is having only the 6 electrons. So that means, so here nitrogen ki em chestam beta mano contains one lone pair is there. So each and every nitrogen is contains that one lone pair. Then it becomes that 8 electrons. These 6 electrons plus 2, 8 electrons are there. Then it is the stable. So that's why how many number of the lone pairs are there, beta? How many? Chalo, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lone pairs are there. Isn't it now? How many? 4 lone pairs. See, here we got the correct answer. Sigma bonds are 9, pi bonds are 9, and a lone pair of electrons. See, how many lone pairs are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 lone pairs are there. So this is the another example. So let us find out that one more example, benzene. Okay, na? First, benzene formula. What is the formula of benzene? What is the formula of benzene? C6H6. Isn't it now? So first we need to draw the structure of benzene. Okay. Okay, better. So this is, see better. Here we taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 carbons and that 6 hydrogens. But what about the valency of the carbon? Each and every carbon is going to be surrounding with the 3 bonds only. But it's not the right must and should. It contains that 4. So that's why here we need to get that one double bond. So by arranging this that one more bond, now this carbon is acquired 4 valencies. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. What about this one? This one is also acquired that same. So just leave a space, just try to arrange that one more bond here, just leave, and here one more bond. So this, now this is the a clear structure of that benzene. So this is the very basic thing, we know that. Okay, now let's come to the point. Now here we need to find out the sigma bonds, pi bonds, and the number of lone pairs. Okay, first, how many number of the sigma bonds are there? How many number of the pi bonds are there? And the number of the lone pair of electrons. So there are the no lone pair of electrons, because see beta, so each and that every atom is going to be must and should can accommodated with that 8 electrons. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So number of lone pair of electrons are 0. How many number of pi bonds are there? How many number of pi bonds? So due to the presence of 3 double bonds, so 3 pi bonds will be there. Then number of the sigma bonds, just we need to count the total number of that singly bonded particles. So 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 12 sigma bonds are there. And check out the answer. Yes, 12 sigma bonds, 3 pi bonds, and number of lone pair of electrons are 0. Okay, benzene structures 12, 3, 0. Then what about that orthoxylene? One more example. Okay, one more example. What is that? Orthoxylene. Orthoxylene. So first, orthoxylene means what? Ardoxylene means what? So xylene means here, what is that beta? First, try to draw the structure of benzene. Okay, try to draw the structure of benzene. And here, suppose if we take in CS3 group, means methyl group, then it is known as what? Methyl benzene, otherwise the toluene. What is that? What is the name of the compound? Hmm? Simply, we can say as that methyl benzene. This is the common name, methyl benzene. What is the IUPAC name? Toluene. Okay. Now, suppose if that one more CS3 group is arranged at that, so this is the substituent. So the adjacent. So here the one carbon is there now. So these adjacent carbons, the adjacent carbon of this, that whether it may be that functional group or substituent, whatever it may be. Okay, these two are known as that ortho positions. Okay, these two are known as what? Ortho positions, and remaining two are meta positions. Directly that parallel to that of this, that is CS3, is known as what? That para position. Okay, so orthoxylene. So keeping that CS3 group, one more group, if it is present at that ortho position, then it is known as what? Orthoxylene. Suppose if this CS3 group is kept at over here, then it will be known as what? Metaxylene, means M-xylene. Suppose if this CS3 group, if you written over here, then it would be that paraxylene. Okay, is known as what? Paraxylene. Now, just please try to count the total number of the sigma bonds, pi bonds, and the lone pair. So each and every atom is going to be accommodated with the 8 electrons. So that's why. So actually, so this benzene, instead of writing that circular here, just we can draw like this. So that means that same beta here, CH3. Okay. So how many number of the sigma bonds are there? Below, find out the number of the sigma bonds. So this is the base of them. So let us check the examples one. Okay, sigma bonds, pi bond, and lone pair of electrons. So lone pair electrons will be that zero. We know that because that each and every atom is going to be accommodated with that 8 electrons. So that's why means octet electrons. So zero. Pi bonds, very simple. So three double bonds are there. So that means that number of pi bonds is 3. Just to find out that sigma bonds. So how many sigma bonds are there orthoxylene? So 18. So 18 means here in the previous structure is already having the 12 now beta. So 12 k, just add more the 3 here. 3 plus 3, 6 hydrogens we are added. So 3 plus 3, 6. 6 plus this is the 12. So how much beta? 18 sigma bonds are there. So that's it. So this is the one more example of orthoxylene. Next, one more example. What is the buta 1 comma 3 diene? Buta 1 comma 3 diene. This is that another example. So let us found the as beta. So this is the another example for that buta 1 comma 3 diene. So how can we draw the structure depending upon this that IUPAC name? So what is that word root over here? But. Okay, what is the word root here? But. But in the sense means what? 4 carbons. 1, 2, 3 and 4 carbons. So out of 4 carbons here, 1 comma 3. First, let us try to arrange the carbon numbers here. Here I am giving the carbon numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here diene. Ene means what beta? Double bond. Ene means what? Double bond. Di. Here the di stands for what? 2. So how many number of the double bonds should be noted over here? Can be kept over here? 2 double bonds. And the 2 double bonds should be arranged at first carbon as well as in the third carbon. So first carbon means between the 1 and 2. If I kept that double bond here, this double bond is represented first carbon beta, not the second carbon. Next, one more the double bond should kept at that third carbon. Third carbon means shall we kept it between the 2 and 3 or 3 and 4? Tell me. Guess that. Always that the presentation of the multiple bond should be given for that lower carbon. Okay, suppose if we kept the double bond between the 2 and 3, it can be represented to that second carbon. So that's why we need to kept over here between the 3 and 4. Then this the double bond is represented to third carbon. So this is the structure of what? Buta 1 comma 3 diene. Now arrangement, the number of hydrogens. Here this first carbon is contains at 2 bonds. So that means here we need to write 2 hydrogens. Okay. And the second carbon is already having that 3 valences. So that means here we need to write only 1 hydrogen. Next, this carbon is already containing that 4 bonds. So no need to keep any hydrogen. That, but with the fourth carbon is going to accommodating with that 3 bonds. So that means here also just we need to keep that 1 more hydrogen. Now, so this is the complete the structure of what? Buta 1 comma 3 diene. Okay, buta 1 comma 3 diene. Diene, sorry, not triple bond, beta, double bond. Okay, chalo. Now according to this, how many number of sigma bonds, pi bonds, and lone pair of electrons? Chalo. How many number of the sigma bonds are there? 2 plus 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 sigma bonds are there. Due to the presence of 2 double bonds, 2 pi bonds are there. Is there any lone pairs? Yes, there are the no lone pairs, because that each and that every atom is going to be accommodating with that 8 electrons, means that octet electrons. So that means that stable. So that means that number of lone pair of electrons are 0. That's it. Okay. Chalo. So this is the another example of the calcium carbide. Just you can try to practice this one. Calcium and 2 carbons. Calcium shown that +2 and the 2 carbons shown that -2, because that this is the 2 carbons. So this carbon is accommodating with that carbon, the calcium. So that's why one single bond is there. So is a triple bond is there. So here it is not going to be satisfied carbon. So 1 sigma bond, 2 pi bonds. 1 sigma bond and 2 pi bonds here. Okay. Chalo beta. Now come to that next page. Next part, coordinate bond. So in the previous parts we learned that ionic bond and covalent bond. So 2 bonds are completed. Next, the third one is that coordinate bond or coordinate covalent bond, and this one is also known as the dative bond, otherwise semi-polar bond. Not the polar, not non-polar, but simply we can say as that semi-polar bond. Okay, once again, what is that? The coordinate bond is the third type of the bond, is also known as the dative bond or semi-polar bond. Okay, see, it is a special type of the covalent bond. Coordinate covalent bond is a special type of that covalent bond. We already know that, and which it is formed by donating electron pairs from one atom to another atom, and always it should be that electrons should be transferred from that always from the donor to acceptor only. Okay, it acquires from the donor to acceptor only. So here that arrow mark is also should be given from the donor to acceptor. So let us know that one example of this, that coordinate bond, how it is going to be obtained. And don't forget that this coordinate bond is one type of what? Is the special type of covalent bond only. Okay, see beta, it is an intermediate. Which one? Coordinate covalent bond is an intermediate between that ionic bond as well as that covalent bond, but mostly it is resemble to ionic bond or covalent bond. Yes, it is resemble to covalent bond only. Okay. Yes, now come to that one example. So see, but here that one molecule is there. A is going to combine with that another atom, like that molecule, like atom. So otherwise, let us get one atom or molecule is combined with that another atom or molecule, forms another molecule. Okay, and in this, what happens? So how these that bonds are going to be obtaining, from which one is that donor, which one is that acceptor, and arrow mark should be given from which atom to another atom. So we need to learn over here. So here to get the know, I'm going to explain that one example for that coordinate bond. See, first here I'm going to take one molecule. So what is that coordinate bond beta? What is that? Generally here we can show like that, when A is going to react with that B, it gives AB molecule. So between that AB, whether that A can transfer its electrons to that B, or B can transfer to the A, we need to know over here. Okay, let us check here. A బదులు నేను ఇక్కడ ఏం తీసుకుంటున్నాను బేటా, NH3 ammonia, and instead of that B, here I'm going to take in as that BF3, means boron trifluoride. Then what type of that molecule is obtained beta? Ammonium boron trifluoride. Okay, what type of the molecule is obtained? NH3BF3. NH3BF3 type of the molecule is obtained. So coordinate bond can be shown from that which molecule to which molecule of that central atom we need to know first. So first that NH3 molecule, see here I am going to draw like this. This central atom is that nitrogen is going to accommodating with the three hydrogens, accommodating with the three hydrogens. Okay, first the central atom is that nitrogen, isn't it now? Nitrogen atomic number beta 7. Nitrogen atomic number is the 7. How can we write it as an electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, and 2p, 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7. So outermost orbit, it contains that 3 plus 2, 5 electrons. Isn't it now? 3 plus 2, 5 electrons are there. Only for that nitrogen atom. Okay. So here, this nitrogen atom is going to surrounding with that 1, 2, 3 only. So only these 3 out of 5 electrons, only 3 electrons only accommodating with the hydrogen. Isn't it now? Out of 5, only 3 electrons are accommodating with that hydrogen. That what about that remaining 2? What about the remaining 2? That remaining 2 electrons can be accommodated as a lone pair. Okay, where we know that the hydrogen atom is having a only 1 electron in its that outermost orbit. Okay, like this. So that's why here that in ammonia, the central atom of that nitrogen is having 1 lone pair when it combines with the boron trifluoride. When it combines with what? Boron trifluoride. Boron here accommodating with the 3 fluorine atoms. Accommodating with the 3 fluorine atoms. Here, what is the central atom? Same boron. Okay. Then what is the boron atomic number? 5. Hydrogen, helium, lithium, beryllium, boron. Boron atomic number is that 5. So how can we write the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2 plus 2, 4 అయిపోయింది కాబట్టి 2p1. So now it becomes that 5. So outermost orbit lo is beta 2 plus 1, 3 electrons are there. Okay. So here, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So the 3 outermost orbit of these that valence electrons is going to be accommodated with the 3 fluorine atoms. So that means yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But here the boron atom is going to be contains how many electrons beta? Is it that stable or not? Is it showing 8 electrons or not? Let us find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. So that's why that central atom of that boron is having that 1 vacant orbit. So that's why nitrogen of these that lone pair electrons is having tended to transfer to this vacant orbital of that boron atom. Vacant orbital of the boron atom. So and form a bond like how beta? How can we show? NH3 and BF3. That arrow mark should be given from that nitrogen to boron. Can be given from nitrogen to boron because that nitrogen of that lone pair is going to be donor, means can behave as what? Donor. Then boron can behave as what? Acceptor. Behave as what? Acceptor. Okay, na? Like this. So that's why this is a special type of that covalent bond only. But what is different? Just it's also going to be transfer of the electrons. Okay. Ionic bond is the transfer of electrons. Covalent bond is the share of electrons. But what about over here? Is the transfer of electrons only. But how? From the donor to acceptor. Okay. From donor to acceptor. So this is about what beta? Coordinate bond or dative bond or semi-polar bond. So this is the one example. See beta, so this is that aluminum AlCl3. This is the dimer. AlCl3 is the dimer structure. Just you can practice this one in the same manner. Okay. Next, that last topic. Example, see beta, NH4 plus ammonium ion, S3O plus protonium ion, NH3, they are the resemble to BF3. Okay, according to that hybridization part. and the complexes like that K3, Fe, C, and 6. So these the complexes. How can we give the names and all each and everything, where we are going to learn the chemistry class 12 second year part in complex compounds. Okay, and coordinate bond or dative bond or the semipolar bond is studied by who beta? Lowry and Sedgwick. Who is studied by whom? Lowry and Sedgwick. So this is the end of the part of 4, no sorry 5. So in the next part we are going to learn in that some interesting point of these three, like ionic bond, covalent bond, and coordinate covalent bond. I am going to give the some more interesting, many important points, means that noteworthy points of this, that ionic bond, covalent bond, and coordinate covalent bond. So guys, please don't miss the next part of this chapter. I hope you guys that each and everyone is going to be enjoying. So have a good day, take care.